My name is...
Sorry, sir, but I'm afraid the office is closed for the evening.
I'm here to see Tom Reed.
Mr. Reed is currently unavailable, but if you'd like to make an appointment, Mr.
Fisher. I used to work here.
Security alert.
That's my name.
Howdy dudes, is he one, the only Drac. It is a big oh wow. These are the things what I want in Far Cry 7, maybe in Far Cry 8. I do hope we get Far Cry 7 because the whole thing going around with Ubisoft, it's like, please can we get Far Cry 7 and maybe 8. So there's a lot of villains in Far Cry. I hope in Far Cry 7 they put some of the villains in, or a DLC. A bit like how Far Cry 6 had like the DLC with Vaas, Pagan Man, the Father. Like, hey, there's a bit more story to them. Or they can literally just put them in the game. Or, yeah, again, what I said with the DLC. There's so many routes they can do with like a lot of these villains. I'm more leaning to like, hey, you should put some of them in the game and the rest in like the DLC, because there's not much to do with these, because some of the villains are literally dead. I'm sorry to spoil it, but a lot of the villains are fucking dead on Far Cry. It's up to you want to say Pagan Min's dead or alive. It's same with Vaas. It's same with the Father. It's all in limbo hell basically. But overall, enough yapping on. Let's get through right now. So yeah, open a Monster Nitro, or get yourself a Nuka Quantum, or the best drink in the whole wide world ever made, a sarsaparilla. We all know that's the best drink. So yeah, let's get through right now. At number 6, Dr. Krieger. And first things first, Dr. Krieger can turn into a monster, so it'd be really fun playing him as a DLC. Imagine it, Far Cry 6 DLC, playing it all the way again as, you mean, a mutated form of Dr. Krieger, or some magical powers he has. But Dr. Krieger, yet again, needs some more backstory to him. It'd be pretty cool seeing it, how Far Cry 6 with all the villains, a bit like how that is. Like, you go into that weird dream-ish world, you go, do you know what I mean? Overall, it'd be pretty cool if they do that again with Dr. Krieger. I know I'm saying his name, but just imagine all magical powers, he turns into a mutant and go around destroying things, and you can literally put upgrades to his power. That'd be really cool, and it's not breaking the canon, because yet again, if you play Far Cry 6, you mean a DLC with all the villains, it doesn't really break anything canon, it just tells your story, it shows you ghostly images of what has happened in the past. I just think that's pretty cool for Dr. Krieger, and it's about time he gets some love, and about time some more story to him. Because Far Cry 1 is such a great game, and also they can literally copy and paste Rook Island and say, oh, it's the Far Cry 1 island. You know what I mean, they both got islands, you know what I mean, it's both jungles. So I don't really see it as a big headache, them literally making a whole brand new, like, jungle island. They can literally just copy and paste Rook Island and say, it's the Far Cry 1 island jungle, yeah it is! In reality, it's actually Rook Island, just been a bit remixed, a bit like how Far Cry 1 is. Because Far Cry 1, it's not much details there, but you mean they can add more details and say it's the Far Cry 1, and in reality is it's just a remix of Rook Island, and that's it. Number 5 goes to Colonel Sloan. I know people are rolling your eyes and question what? Colonel Sloan, he wasn't even in the game that long, he died. He's a very weak and very forgettable villain in Far Cry. I know all that, but the thing is, it'd be great if they bring him back, like, hey, it's leading up to Far Cry Blood Dragon 2, and you know what I mean, he's the main villain again. And I would say that's stupid. Yet again, Far Cry Blood Dragon is very cheesy, very 80s, and it's very like on the nose that it is. He's back again, resurrected, a bit like how Jason Voorhees is. Like, they can do anything with Colonel Sloan. Like, oh, we could use the Far Cry Blood Dragon setting again, and here you go, have fun with the bad guy, and after that you die at the end because of Rex Commander Call. Whatever, you can do anything with Colonel Sloan. Or you can do what I already said, like, you can literally make it into Far Cry Blood Dragon 2, and you play as Colonel Sloan, like, this DLC, and the next thing, Blood Dragon 2 comes out, and bit like how Far Cry 3 with Blood Dragon. Do you mean, you all get what I mean? They can do anything with these ideas with Colonel Sloan. He's one of them villains, he needs a bit more loving, a bit like Dr. Krieger. He needs a bit more like, hey, this dude needs a bit more story. Resurrecting him would be a great idea. It's not stupid, it's very Blood Dragon, that is. At number 4, yeah, I'm going to say the exact same word. I know it's probably the definition of insanity here in this word, but I'm going to say it one more time. He needs a bit more loving, and that is Hoyt Valka. They can do the exact same thing what they did to Vass, like put him back on Rook Island, and they put Vass as the main villain, or Jason. I'm saying more like Vass, because if you know what I'm saying, and if you know what I'm thinking, oh my days, Vass literally destroyed Hoyt. I mean, utterly kib stomped him, DDT'd him, 1, 2, 3. Vass got the champion belt, everybody hates Hoyt. A lot of people just kill Vass and literally not play the end because they literally despise Hoyt. I think nearer today, people are willing to play near the end. When literally Far Cry 3 dropped, people was like, this is it, Vass died, got really angry, and a lot of people told other people, say, hey, Vass is not at the end, it's this stupid person playing Scarface. People call him Scarface Copycat, or the Walmart of Scarface, or whatever. But back in the day, a lot of people didn't play near the end, and people gave Hoyt so much shit. And he is very underrated, and he got so much shit. I know we're getting that word, but it's so true. It's like, if you look back in the day when Far Cry 3 dropped, yes, Vass was on the poster. I think My Commander literally ate that role up and made it so good. I think we wouldn't got Far Cry 4, we wouldn't got Far Cry 5, because Far Cry was in this weird limbo, crappy state, and nowadays everybody copied the formula of like Vass. So enough going off topic, enough rambling. They can do the exact same thing what they did like all the villains from Far Cry 6 with the DLC. Like, he needs a bit more story, he needs a bit more loving. I know I said it, yeah, now it's definition of insanity, doing the exact same thing over again, instead of me saying the exact same word over and over again, and that is crazy. So, with Hoyt, we don't really know much about him, we just know his dad's a diamond miner. Yes, he's the diamond mine cat. I can't help it, but he mined for diamonds. And he smoked a crack at dawn. I think that's right, how the quote went. Every single day at dawn, basically, smoked. And that's how he got his velocity Hoyt. I can't remember the whole quote properly, but he doesn't really go into detail about his family. He only mentioned that when he was setting some geese on fire in a cage. Yeah, that's Hoyt for you. Truly a psychotic bastard. You mean there's no morals to him? He's literally just an evil bastard through and through. Just go listen to some of his dialogue. He only cares for Donald the Bill Joe, and he'll do anything for that dosh. Like, Hoyt isn't stupid. I mean, he's not that stupid. He did let Jason come to his own place and did tell him the whole plan. What I'm trying to get at, he basically know Jason's disguise and basically said, oh, I've got this person downstairs, go torture him, and yeah, Jason tortured his own brother, and Hoyt knew about it. He's like, oh, how far will Jason go? Oh, wow, he'll go pretty far indeed. And at the end, we all guess Hoyt, told his all ideas, basically that really cliched villain he did. Overall, I just think Hoyt needs a bit more like, hey, he needs a DLC, not a whole game about him, because or something, he needs something, even a book. Just give us something Ubisoft about Hoyt. I really want to know more about his story because he's a very interesting character. At number 3, I was really going to put it at number 6. I thought, you know what, I'd change it up a bit. I was like, should I put it at number 4? I thought, you know what, I put it 3 because Far Cry 3. And that is Voss Montenegro needs his own game. We already got a DLC with him. or put him as a co-op partner in Far Cry 7. I'm more leaning to say, hey, he needs his own game. The dude, you know what I mean, he can literally carry himself, so yeah, give him his own game, because we all played the DLC, we thought the DLC was amazing. I go so far, I mainly bought the DLC for the father and Vass, and yet again, the father and Vass can literally carry himself, so give Vass his own, like, game, or give him the co-op partner and his own game, give us two. I'm a bit like, you should give the full keys to like My Commander to see whatever he creates for Vass, like a Far Cry 8 or Far Cry spin-off for Vass. I don't know what he will make, because yet again, he's great at what he does, and literally he created some of the dialogue on a lot of the storyline. He created how Vass looks, mannerisms. I can keep going on like a broken record, but Jesus Christ, jumping on a poker stick. It's about time you literally give a spin-off or the 8th Far Cry, because I'm pretty sure Far Cry 7 is not going to be much for Vass, but if they can literally put Vass in a co-op situation, that would be 10 out of 10, great. But it's nothing yet around, but it needs to happen to give literally the keys to Michael Mando, or bring Michael Mando in and you give him the script and whatever. Because think about it, like, without Michael Mando, the whole game would be different. Far Cry would be completely different. It's kind of show you, like, your fans, like, hey, you really do listen, and everybody wants a spin-off or something for Vass, because everybody is so wanting another thing for Vass. And when we got a little taste of it, we was like, wow, this is amazing. Give us more. Give us more. And yet again, Ubisoft doesn't give us more. Look at Blood Dragon. How many times do you have to tease Blood Dragon 2? We want Blood Dragon 2. Where is it? Where is it? Is it in my garage? Is it underneath the rugs? Is it at Ubisoft's HQ? Or is it in the wasteland in Fallout New Vegas, ready to resurrect? But the truth is, it's probably in the garbage. It's probably been scrapped multiple times. Blood Dragon 2. It's just like Ubisoft, you need a reality check. Like, you got so much opportunities there to make your so much dollar bill show. I just really don't understand Ubisoft. It's like loads of people want a Watch Dogs, like kind of 1-ish, but 2. But you know what I mean? There's so many opportunities for Watch Dogs. I just don't get Ubisoft. It's like there's so many opportunities, like with Ezio Auditore. It's like you killed off your really money bag character, killed him off. It's like, okay, great job Ubisoft. And next breath, they're making a bunch of stupid decisions for Assassin's Creed. And Blood Dragon 2, they keep teasing. It's like, just give us Blood Dragon 2. Stop teasing it. Just give us it. Same with Vass. It's like, why don't you give us like a Vass spin-off of Vass in 7? I want a co-op partner in, Far Cry, or give us a choice to switch to Vass or whatever. They could do anything, because that whole switch mechanic is in Ubisoft's whole wheelhouse, basically, because they have used it for like Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and that's really old. And they can literally bring that whole wheel system back to, hey, you can switch to Vass, you can switch to that. If your co-op partner jumps in, it can be Vass, it can be whatever, the person you don't want to play, or you can both be Vass. You know what I mean? That'd be amazing. That'd be truly a definition of insanity. And this is why Ubisoft is massively failing, because they do whatever and they don't listen to what the fans want, or even like pay attention what people want and what games want to be put out. Like, people want a Splinter Cell game. Where the fuck is that? People have been desperate for a Splinter Cell game. People have been desperate for a Ghost Recon like Wildlands. Instead they make Ghost Recon Point Break. It's like, people didn't want the game like that. People wanted another Wildlands. I'm sorry to go off topic, but it's a bit like Ubisoft just give us what we want now. And yet again, you gave us a taste of like the DLC in Far Cry 6. So there could be like the whole opportunities can happen. Like, give us a vast Montenegro spin-off, or put him in 8 like a main character, whatever. Because yet again, Michael Mando is a great actor, so he can literally carry a game by himself. He doesn't really need backup. I'm pretty sure he can literally carry a full fucking game by himself by now. Because look at the DLC, and look at how the Father's DLC. You know what I mean? The Father's will be done to death, but Vass really needs his own game, like a spin-off or in the main game, whatever. At number 2, some people will disagree with this one. I really want like a Pagan Min spin-off game. Like, you basically have your own like Karat Island, you can make your own like do you mean like a king? Like you make your own people. Like, hey, I'm gonna like spend all this money. A bit like how Fable did. You know, like, is it Fable 3? Yeah, it's Fable 3 when you like have a kingdom and you spend a little money and say, hey, should I spend money here? Should I spend the money there? You basically your own empire. That's what I'm trying to get at. Is like it'd be really cool if we had something like that for Pagan Min, because you know what I mean, he has a full like kingdom for Kyrat. It'd be pretty cool if we saw like a younger Pagan Min, a bit more backstory. And I know we saw a lot of it in the DLC, but yeah, again, I really want a full-fledged like game of him. Not too long, but like a £20 one. But yeah, again, Ubisoft don't really do cheap games, but you know what I mean, not a really long game. Bits like Far Cry, Blood Dragon, like Pagan Min, like you see his whole world. You can pay for stuff like build up like bridges, outposts, people. Play as Pagan Min and take stuff over, because he does get his hands dirty. You're seeing in Far Cry 4, but I don't know why Ubisoft's never done something like that for the Far Cry, like something different. They have done like a caveman game, but nothing like you make your own kingdom and can like explain how Kyrat got so powerful. I'm just saying they could have done so much with like Pagan Min, and yeah, again, like nothing. They could literally make a younger Pagan Min seeing his past. And I know I had literally DLC, but I really like Pagan Min. I wish we had like more a game with him, and like playing Far Cry 4 again, or even the DLC. I just want some more Pagan Min. I want it like, hey, this is like canon. This is like, hey, this is the future. Pagan Min has definitely survived. You know what I mean? He has survived. You know what I mean? I call it canon. He definitely survived. Same with the father survived. Same with the Vast survived. It's like I don't see why they would die. But yeah, they could literally make him like a young pagan, like his own kingdom. You're basically paying for a bunch of stuff like, hey, this vehicle's here, and you destroy a bunch of stuff. You could do like anything with like idea, or make a spin-off game. Pagan Min younger, you see a more younger Pagan Min. It'd be really great. I know you see a lot like a backstory of Pagan Min in the DLC, even some in the game, like in Far Cry 4. But it'd just be pretty cool to play some more as Pagan Min, because I just want more Pagan Min. Because I just feel so let down playing Far Cry 4, and I'm like, this is it. Playing the DLC, I'm like, I want more Pagan Min. I need more. So, this one's pretty much obvious. I was going to put the Jackal at number 1, because I want more Jackal than putting Far Cry 7, Far Cry 8, or spin-off. They could do so much with Jackal. Put him in his own DLC. I mean, you can do so much with a Jackal. But I think Ubisoft doesn't know what to do with a Jackal. And yet again, the fans of Far Cry are so want answers to be answered. Yet again, Ubisoft, I think Ubisoft doesn't know what to do to Jackal. Like, Vast, they kind of know what to do, but they don't know how to execute it, if it makes sense. I just think Jackal's not easy or hard to, like, write or put him in, but at the same time, please, like, take the time and effort to put him in a game. Like, he's a great character, well written, well put together, bit like Vast, bit like Pagan Min, bit like the father, yada yada, we all get it. It's basically the 4 horsemen in Far Cry, because you always think of them. And it is amazing how Ubisoft created 4 characters, what everybody thinks about, everybody argues who's the best. To me, it's always with the father. I'm sorry to chuck my hat in there, or chuck my 2 cents in there. I just think there's so many ways they can put the Jackal back in Far Cry 7, or maybe a spin-off, or whatever. There's so many opportunities Ubisoft can literally do. I'm sorry to yatter around so much in this video. I hope you like this video, and tell me down below what characters do you really want back in Far Cry. So yeah, please like and subscribe. So yeah, signing off for now. Have a great day.
You can't kill the boogeyman.